Welcome to No Stage Lights, a podcast where we go behind the smoke and mirrors of everything from marriage to entrepreneurship. I'm your host, Janelle Carter.
And I'm Terry Carter.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, guys.
Oh my gosh. What a day.
Yeah, it's been a good one.
I get so frustrated with the smallest of things, and I'm trying really hard to work on flexibility, grace, and just being a little more calm.
Frustrated, though, with what?
Just everything. I trip over a cord or the dog barks at the doorbell. Like, it's crazy town.
That's life, unfortunately. Yeah,
Okay, Mr. Perfect.
No, I'm just saying those are things you can't control.
I understand that.
And I know it does get aggravating.
It's just...
Willie's in a weird stage right now.
Willie's our dog, just so you know.
Yeah. He's quite old. I think he's moving into the next realm, if you will.
Yeah, he's 13.
Yeah.
No. Is he?
Something like that.
We keep adding dog years to him.
He's at least 12.
Yeah, he's a sweet boy. He's a boxer. This is him.
Yeah.
But so originally this episode was about letting go, which I wonder if we need to talk a little bit about letting go of pets because he has been with us for so many years. But not only that, we transitioned into empty nesters this year, or I guess early last year. And he was like, hey guys, here I am. Yeah. I'm still here.
Now what?
And but what are we going to do? Are we going to get another pet? Because we are gone.
I don't see us doing that. He's letting go. He's my buddy. And I've never had a dog quite like him. And obviously I've had several, you don't know that, but I've had several dogs in my life and they've all been good, but yeah, man, there's something special about him. He's definitely my buddy.
Letting go of a pet is so difficult because you really a lot of times have to make that decision.
He's out there right now going, wait a minute, what's this episode about? Where am I going?
We had to make that decision with our other dog. And it was, thankfully, we had a wonderful vet who was compassionate and a friend who was able to say, hey,
it was to the point to where she was suffering. You can't.
Yeah.
I can't sit and watch that.
No. So letting go is the theme of today's episode, and letting go of a lot of things, letting go of anger, letting go of things that no longer serve you, letting go of
personal belongings.
Yeah, you were really on this year.
I have.
Personal belongings.
I'm going to be letting go of a lot of things that I thought that were going to be...
You were going to keep forever. How do you feel about... We had a conversation, but how do our listeners feel about physical pictures? Are you hanging on to them? Or are you letting them go now that we're in the digital age?
And I think that's the big key. Nobody has photo albums anymore. Nobody I know.
Love
them. I did too. I think my brother still might have our parents' photo albums. And I think that's where I don't think I had many baby pictures. I was the fourth. So I think it was kind of like they were over it.
Taken enough of you to make up for that.
But I remember all the way down to where, listeners, if you're of around my age, you'll get this. You used to take these little triangular sticky things and you'd put the corner of the picture in the little triangular sticky thing.
Oh, yeah.
And you would I
know
that's how you would fasten the photo.
My favorite thing to do at my grandparents' house used to be to get on the couch and get a comfy blanket and look through all the photo albums.
I remember there's specifically one album that is from the 1967 blizzard.
Oh, wow.
And my brother and I guess my sisters had dug tunnels out in the snow and made a fort obviously after the storm, but there's pictures of our yard to where these igloo tunnels go all through the front.
That's cool.
It's very cool.
We don't get snow like that anymore.
No. And I was 3 when that happened. So
Do you remember it?
No, I don't.
So you have the pictures though.
I very much remember the 1978 blizzard though.
Okay. I do not.
I remember driving down a road that goes out of Dwight. It's Route 17. And I remember being in the car with my parents and from the plows, the snow drifts, and from them pushing the snow off the road, it was literally 3 car lengths or 3 heights higher than the car.
Oh my gosh.
That's how much the snow piled
Wow.
up from the plows.
My parents had pictures of that. But that's what I mean. We've got these pictures that we remember, and are we letting go? What are we doing with our photos, our physical photos?
Tossing them,
Tossing them?
because
Are we like
the kids aren't going to want
scanning
them.
them in or
I mean,
no?
maybe, yeah, scan them in, but I can tell you right now, this generation doesn't want anything to do with a physical photo because they were raised with taking pictures with their phones.
Yeah, but do you know that the camera, like the throwaway, you take the pictures and then you take them to get developed, those are back in.
Yeah, as
And
a novelty.
and so are Polaroids.
I'd be interested to see take 16-year-old, maybe Marley's age, 19. I'd be interested to see their home when they're in their 40s, after they've had kids and after they've had all this stuff. I'll bet that there's going to be a lot less family photos hanging out on a desk or on a wall, or people don't print photos. They're in their phones.
Yeah,
They might take that one special one,
sure.
but you're not going to see an abundance. I remember going in my friend's house, and they'd have one wall. It'd be just freaking plastered
Pictures of
with
everybody.
pictures. Yeah.
We've never been like a hang the picture on the wall kind of family. Terry was like way beyond his time. He created this old window pane and turned
Mhm.
it on its side and turned each of the 8 little glass sections into a picture frame with a black backing. And then Pinterest, or a year later,
Yeah, stole my idea.
it was
Yeah.
Terry's idea. So letting go of photos. What about letting go of belongings? Things that belong to people that you love that are no longer here. What are we doing with it?
You know what? I'm at the point in my life to where I look at things, and this has just been recently. I know my kids aren't going to want my stuff,
Yeah.
and and I'm not the only one that feels that way, because I've seen articles on this, and it just states, what are you doing with all your stuff? Are you leaving it so your kids have to clean it out? What the hell do I do with this? What that? What do I do this? It's all just junk to them, and they're not gonna. What are they gonna store it themselves? And
Right.
what?
We just
It's
keep
just
moving stuff.
and it's senseless. I have gotten down. I'm gonna literally, and the only reason why I'm going to keep them is because you suggested it. Is my yearbooks. I've got 2, and I have my 8th grade and I have my high school, my senior year. We didn't buy yearbooks when I was
No.
no, we didn't afford it. It wasn't a necessity. I wasn't the family that every year you had pictures. It just wasn't that time.
Sure.
We didn't do that.
Sure.
All that stuff. Everything. I got keepsakes and stuff like that. Hell, I don't even remember half the stuff I have in these boxes downstairs. And if I'm not looking at it, nobody else is gonna. So I'm gonna take care of it and get rid of it.
Remember every wedding that we were ever in, we would get a memorable,
Stein.
like a stein or like a beer mug with
My
the
Lord.
engraving and stuff. Are people still doing that? Or we do have one of our children.
Weren't flasks a big deal?
Flasks were a big deal.
Yeah.
One
But
of our sons is getting married, and so it'll be interesting to see. You know what? I'm not going to give any of their secrets away, but they have some really cool ideas for the ceremony. But that's memorable in your memory, things that are going to happen.
Not crap you got to go store.
Right. Because what are we doing with all of the things that, weddings we were in 20 years ago or more?
I can tell you I have nothing from a wedding 20 years ago that I've kept.
I feel like you have stuff, or you have a stein with engraving on it.
Then that's the next thing into the trash, because again, I haven't looked at it. I don't need it. I don't use it. What the hell am I going to do with a stein? What am I going to do with a stein?
Fill it up with beer.
Yeah, if I drank beer,
do people still have curio cabinets?
I'm sure
Do y'all have a curio cabinet?
I'm sure Grandma does.
Well, I know, but are they a thing? Are we keeping keepsakes in the curio cabinet? We haven't in a long time, but you?
What are those little figurines that?
Oh, like precious moments. People collect precious moments.
I know.
Still. Oh, and
I'll bet the younger generation isn't.
I had the growing up girls. Do you know what the growing up girls were?
I never collected those. So I have no idea what the heck you're talking about.
They were like little porcelain. What's the glass that's kind of rough? Is that porcelain or ceramic
Porcelain,
maybe?
porcelain smooth.
Yeah, no. So maybe ceramic. They were like
Think
little.
toilet. That's porcelain.
Ah, okay. Nope, not porcelain. They were ceramic, and you would put them on your cake, and like they would hold the year of whatever you were turning. So I had them 1 through 18.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
They were like, I'll have to show
Yeah.
you. We'll find them.
Yeah.
But they were called the Growing Up Girls, and I had 1 through 18. But like, what do you do with that stuff?
You either turn it into a paperweight or
Yeah.
something to.
Letting go.
Yeah. What do you do?
The letting go of stuff. Now, what about emotional baggage?
Before we go to that, because that's going to be a whole different animal, but not so much letting go. Obviously, letting go of the things that you've had in a box for 20 years, or your keepsakes, or your memorabilia, or whatever. And trust me, I'm not encouraging anybody to go down in their basement right now and clean it out and throw all their stuff away. That's totally up to you. That's
Just disclaimer.
not my fault. So, but things that I've acquired that I wanted so. I used to do like this, the amplifier I have downstairs. When that company came out, I wanted nothing more to have one of these amplifiers. I dreamt about it. There's so much, they're very expensive. And they're just beautiful, wonderful. And I finally got one. And then I sold it. And then I bought the same one back.
True story.
And because that's me.
And because it was incredibly heavy.
It is.
So taking it was not practical.
It's very heavy, but it's worth every pound once you hear it. But anyway, my point is doing the things that don't serve you anymore, that unfortunately, I haven't played it a handful of times since I've had it back. It's just sitting there. It's thousands of dollars sitting there doing nothing. It's paid for. It's not eating anything. It's not costing me anything to have it. So therefore it's not,
But we talked about this. We talked about how maybe a woman buying a purse that she's always wanted, we don't always use the same purse over and over again.
No, you're
so
right.
sometimes it is up on the shelf and we take it off for a special occasion.
And you're right. I totally understand that.
So is it in that category?
It could be if I wanted it to be, but I have bigger wants that could finance. I have other things that are serving me at this moment. I look at it as it's serving me. What's serving me right now? I got X amount, and I know this sounds morbid or whatever, but the hourglass, the sand's running. I got X amount of days.
The sand's running for all of us.
All of us, absolutely.
Yeah.
And again, I don't mean to be so
No, I know.
vague about that, but I'm just saying, my point is, I'm not going to,
you don't want it to be somebody else's problem.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want them to go, what? Or my biggest fear is they're going to see it and they're going to go, what is it? Here, give me $20 for it and take it off my hands.
Well,
and
that's
that would
why
be,
it's important to list,
that would be a crime.
Things.
Yeah.
Speaking of sands through the hourglass, let's roll into emotional baggage. So because that's really important. And we've talked about letting go of things or situations or even people that I hate. I have a love-hate with the term no longer serve us, because that's not always why you're in a relationship.
Well, and it does sound mean,
but like
it's selfish.
Yeah. How about in alignment with where you're going,
where you're at in your life?
Yes.
Yeah, where you're at in your life.
And how about letting go of anger and hate and resentment?
And I think I'll admit, man, I struggled with that.
You did.
Because
Hey, it's okay.
Yeah,
You did.
I hold a
me
grudge.
Too.
I hold a grudge when I get burnt. I don't forget it. And I think a lot of people are like that. But I think, again, in this new era that I'm in,
like a new mindset.
Yeah, I'm in a completely different. Life's too short, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to waste another minute being angry about something I can't change or that's in the past.
Well, we recently talked about past, and we recently talked about your quote that I loved so much about giving attention or paying attention to the people who are in your wheelhouse now that are giving you love and respect and appreciation. They deserve that back, and we're giving it to them and we get it back from them. I think anger and letting go of that can definitely
Make room.
funnel into that situation too.
Letting go of it, you're not focusing on something that, again, is outside of your wheelhouse.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
therefore, that's robbing something else that you could be paying quality attention to that's in your area, because there's no doubt about it. If you're holding anger or if you're holding any kind of resentment towards something that was in your past or something on the outside, no matter what it is, you're bringing that into your forefront.
Correct. 100%.
You're bringing that.
Yeah, you are.
And whether you try to hide it or not, it's going to show up in some way, shape, or form.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I was guilty of that. I've been guilty of that. And I'd like to think that I'm.
Yeah, I feel like you've turned a corner.
Yeah.
We have both leveled up, I think, quite a bit with emotional regulation, maturity, and mindset. I think we truly are starting to understand that love is the greatest gift of all. And
Sure sounds like a song. Are we going to break into song?
is there? I'm sure there's
I mean,
songs.
No.
Love is. I want to so bad.
Nope.
Yeah. Look, where did you get that? You brought it up. Awesome. We are on a new set here. You don't know that because you didn't really see us on our set, but we have rebranded, completely remodeled our set. And I didn't think that I thought we were letting the horn go.
No. It's going to be with us.
Somebody someday
I won't let go of that.
What is this for?
I'm not letting go of it.
But you're right. We have leveled up to a different,
And everything from the past, I wish it well. And,
yeah.
I know, because I want them to be them in whatever it is, not necessarily a person or anything like that.
A situation.
Whatever that is. I want that to have room for their circle.
Correct. Yeah. For their wheelhouse.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. Because energy is a crazy thing. Like, it might not feel like you're dwelling on something, but you're right. You pull it into,
Oh.
I talk a lot about energetic timelines and what timeline. This is very similar to like when you're talking wheelhouse, I'm talking timeline. Where are you right now? And are you pulling things in from old timelines?
Because it's hard to let go of
It
those
is
things,
hard.
and you don't realize that you should. In fact, I wonder if sometimes, even if it's not negative, I wonder if sometimes we hang on to things because we think we should, because that was our past and that's what we were used to.
In a good way or in a positive way?
In a neutral. We subconsciously hang on to things because we think that was our norm. So therefore, we try to, even though it's no longer in alignment,
Yeah.
we try to fight that and bring it with us. And then you get frustrated because it's like, isn't this working?
That's when you start getting into paradigms. That's when you start getting into shifting a paradigm.
And that's when I start opening a bottle of wine, because that sounds really heavy.
You know what a paradigm is.
I do.
Yes. And that the paradigm is, your paradigm is, I'm going to botch this, but a set way of thinking that you were born with, that you're just intuitively, some people think, money is evil because they grew up. We had to learn how to eat, how to talk, how to walk. Someone taught us that. Well, somebody also taught us their impression of their thoughts and impressed it on us. And that became our subconscious thinking.
Became our norm.
Our norm, like you just said. And so you're dabbling in this. How do you change your paradigm? And I'm going to tell you really quickly a micro trick. I talk about this all the time in Glow Girl when I'm speaking with a younger audience. I talk about how we went down this highway for years and years. 20 years we went down the highway, and the highway went straight. And then they did construction, and all of a sudden the highway went to the right. Your car just knows to go straight. You just subconsciously go straight. You go straight. And you get to that curve and you're like, oh, crap, this is new. But after a while,
now it's our norm.
It's the norm. Same as your brain, same as the paradigm. If you continue to shut out that noise and
kind of fight the urge for your car to keep going straight. Because here's the thing, if you keep going straight now, you're going to crash into the field.
Yes.
Fight the urge to continue on that mindset or that road you're on, and practice a new thing every single day.
Be open to change.
Yeah.
Be open.
Yeah. And that is a great way of letting go. You're like, okay, now I've let go of this set way of thinking. Maybe, like you said, this anger or pulling things in. And I could talk about shifting paradigms all day long. I love it. I love neuroplasticity and the way our brains actually are like, you can rewire your brain. You can actually like deaden a highway in the brain where your thoughts no longer go that way and they go this way. And that becomes your new way of thinking. That is incredible to me.
And a whole nother.
And a whole other episode, which brings us so quickly to the end.
This was a fun one. I like talking about just the positivity of just being able to change and being okay.
Well, it's exciting.
Yeah. Well, because if you stay where you are, where you're at,
You just wear it.
stay right there.
Yeah.
And it's okay. If that works,
Sure.
God love you.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
But yes. And so what are you letting go of? Maybe it's physically or emotionally or mentally, and you're like, we want to know, what are you letting go of? What do you want to let go of?
We'd love to see it in the comments.
Yeah. What are you struggling with letting go? And right now we're going to let you go because we're out of time. But thank you so much for tuning in to No Stage Life. I'm Janelle Carter.
I'm Terry Carter.
Have a great day, everybody.
Yes, take care.